So of course, while I'm editing my video, and some shit happens. Hey everybody, so welcome to this video. Basically it's still Friday. It's about 9 o'clock, so Friday, September 8th. I had just finished filming my video, editing it, and it's now rendering to be uploaded since, as I said in the other video, I don't know how the power is going to be and if we're going to lose power and if when I'll be able to upload a video, so I wanted to end that one, whatever. So I'm editing, and the next thing I know, I start hearing explosions, and everybody in my house starts hearing explosions. Everybody's asking, what is it? We're thinking that somebody's dropping shutters or something's going on. So we ignore it for a couple of minutes, then we start hearing more and more and more. So there's 8 people in my house right now. 3 or 4 of us go out into the front and we see smoke, and then we start smelling smoke, like fire smoke, and yeah, it was a fire, and we start hearing sirens and all this other stuff. Then my parents and my brother-in-law go out into the backyard, and in the backyard there's the fire. Now I didn't know if there was a fire. I mean, I knew it was a fire, but I didn't know exactly where it was, because in the front of the house all we saw was to my neighbors, which are on my side of the house. So we saw smoke from there, but I didn't know if it was coming from their backyard or if it was coming from the shopping center on the other side of the fence that we have, which you guys have seen the fence in the other videos. So I did get the smoke video of smoke going up. So after I got a few minutes of that, well, not a few minutes, like a minute of the smoke and stuff like that, I ended up going in the house and going into the backyard to see what they knew. At that time we already saw the sirens and we knew the fire rescue was there, and we heard all that. And you'll see, I probably overlapped the video or something. But I got to the backyard, my dad had put the ladder that we had used to put up the shutters against the back fence, which you guys have already seen in other videos, and I'll post a picture here of the fence against. And we climbed up the wall, and basically there was a car on fire. Don't know if it was set on fire on purpose or if it just exploded, but by the time I got up, and you'll hear me in the video saying it and telling to everybody else in my house that the fire's already tamed and that it's basically over. Oh, they already put it out. It was a car on fire. It's still on fire, but they got it tamed. But yeah, here we go to Hurricane Irma. Now I don't know what the next couple of days are going to be. Like I said in the other video, I don't know about the footage, I don't know about internet, I don't know anything. I'll try my best to record and then get that video up whenever. I just wish this would have happened before. I actually rendered and saved the video, and it's uploading now to YouTube, but it is what it is. Next clip. It is Saturday the 9th. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm outside in the front yard. My dog has to pee, and since the backyard is shut off and all that, I'm just having her walk in the front until it starts getting very bad. You see the wind. It's been raining on and off for all night. Hurricane Irma has moved off to the side on the west coast now, but we are under tornado watches now here in Miami and South Florida. Just gotta deal with it and see what happens from here to then. But that's pretty much it for right now. It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna head inside, but I'll try to get more footage of horrible weather. It is Sunday the 10th. Again, I have no power. Officially no power. We lost internet and TV last night around like 10 o'clock, and it's about I want to say 11 a.m. now on Sunday. Irma did make landfall in the Keys somewhere, and we've had winds and rain all night long, and I've heard it. I have a shopping center behind my house, like I've said before, so their alarms were going off, and it's just been a rough night. Like I said, no power. Don't know how long this is gonna be, so this is the best I can do from now. It's 3:30 and I have the cooling towel from the parks on my head, and it's working. There's still a lot of wind and rain. I'm probably gonna try to go to the door again and show you guys the water flooding hasn't reached. That's pretty much it. There's no power, so I'm trying to save my phone battery, and of course I have my external chargers, which I don't want to drain them yet. So phone reception, like internet and stuff like that, is very limited, and nothing's really loading. So I'm just trying to load something to find out exactly where the hurricane is and how far it's all that. Last time I checked, it already left the Keys, so it's moving on up. Just don't know exactly where it is. It is 6 o'clock and I'm trying to see if I can get this light out, or no, that doesn't work. Okay, you hear my shuttles rattling. It is 6 o'clock, and the little news that we are able to get on our phone, since we have very horrible cell service and of course no power. This is when I'm using a flashlight inside of my butterbeer mug to light up a little bit that I can. They're saying that the worst of the storm is already gone. Hurricane Irma is now up in Fort Myers at a Category 2. She's supposed to knock down to a Category 1 later on, but for the next 12 hours, so at least tomorrow morning, we still have like the outer bands of rain and wind, which you'll hear. I'm hoping later on tonight it will slow down a bit where I can open up my windows and get some air in here, because it is just really bad and hot, and I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. But the only other news about this is I'm using my little ghetto light going on to read some books that I haven't read, that have been sitting on my shelf for a while, and hopefully I'll get some reading done in some books, and then eventually, if there's ever power or anything like that again, we will do book reviews and stuff like that. Um, my phone battery is okay as of right now. I still have my external charger that I can use, and then worst comes to worst, I don't know how long power is gonna be without, so I can always go to my car and charge it in my car for a bit. But as of right now, like I said, service is really bad, so I really can't get on social media. But it's the update for now. I'll check in with you guys. It is Monday, the morning after, and hurricane's over now. We're just damaged, still no power. Let's walk around and see what we find. It's about, I want to say 10-ish, probably a little bit earlier, 9, 10, somewhere between there. And we took off shutters. I'm just sitting by the door for some air because we have no power, no AC. No damage really is done to the house. Just all the trees in the neighborhood were knocked down, as you saw earlier in the clips. Still no access to the Florida Keys, which we have to wait till they open up roads. That way we can head down there and see what damage is done to our property down there. Sitting here relaxing, just air, kind of wanting the power to come back for air and power, since I'm using my external hard drive and only so much can charge my phone, and while I'm using it, it's not really charging because I'm just draining the battery on both. But I also don't want the power because then I have to go back to work. And you guys know I work from home, and working from home with 8 people in the house, which they're not here right now, they're out exploring around the block. I'm just here with the animals. Isn't fun. I think in a bit some of the family members are going to go down to other houses and check out the damage and see what that area looks like, especially the evacuation zone family members. But that's pretty much it. If I happen to go down to the Keys within this today and tomorrow that I so don't have power here and the video's not up, then I'll include it. If not, I'll just make a whole different video about that. I did search on Twitter a bit to see what was going on. We did see a lot of damages through storm chasers that were out in the Keys still doing videos and stuff like that. So just to figure out what's going on. Good morning. No, it's really not a good morning, but it is morning. I think it's about 9:10 somewhere, and this is so white. Okay, let's fix this auto correction there. All right, that will do. It is Wednesday the 14th, 13th, 14th, something like that. I think the last update I did was Monday. Still no change. There's still no power. Just as I said earlier this week or in this video, lost power on Saturday morning, so it's like day 4 or 5 with no power. It's really hot in Miami. It's very unbearable, but it did flicker on and off like a nanosecond this morning, so hopefully that means they're working on it. I had to call out of work both Monday and Tuesday since I have no power and no internet. I couldn't work, so that's a bummer. I had to use vacation days for that, but that is it for that kind of update. Now, I was able to go down to the Florida Keys to check on our properties down there. We went down yesterday. The roads opened up at 7 a.m. so we left here like at 6:30 in the morning to go get in line at Florida City. We got in line, and then they had, like, how I'm referring to it as like a Disney line. So they had a regular line for people that had to show ID or paperwork or some type of proof of residency to get into the Keys, and then they also had a fast pass line for people that had a yellow evacuation sticker to get back into the county. They did only open up to about mile marker 80, which is a little bit after Islamorada, which happens to be the 3 properties that we have down there for our business are between Key Largo and Islamorada. So we went down and we checked all the houses. Everything was fine. I did get pictures of 2 of the houses, which I really won't post up on here, but everything was fine. There was no damage, no flooding, anything that we saw. All the damage we did see, and I did take pictures of damages from general areas around the Keys, which I'll put here somewhere, I don't know. It was all oceanside, so it was around around our houses and around everywhere. There was a lot of tree damage, which, like, same thing here in Miami. Tree damage, that's fine, that's nothing, but there was a lot of oceanside, roofs ripped off, and a lot of flooding. A lot of people lost a lot of houses, and they lost everything. We were lucky enough that we didn't have any damage to our properties here in Miami or our properties down in the Keys. So that's kind of good, but we still have one more hurricane that I know of out doing the hold down. Hurricane Jose, he's out in the ocean, and we don't know what he's gonna do. Hopefully he doesn't come around here, but that's pretty much it. So I guess the next or last update that will be in this video would be when we get power back, and then I can edit the video, and if we get internet and Wi-Fi back, then I guess I can upload it as well. This just came to me and I totally forgot to mention it in the last clip. In the Keys, there was no cell service at all, which, granted, they've have damage and all that. So as we were coming back into Miami area, I started tweeting out pictures of all the damage that I had from the keys. And I had 2 news stations tweet at me asking me if they can use my picture. One was ABC News, and then the other one was a Canadian radio station podcast. I don't know what they were. I really couldn't figure it out. They said they would contact me. I gave them my number for them to call me and interview me, like what they wanted to do, and also my Skype name for the interview. They never reached out to me. So whatever. I was gonna be famous in Canada. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't checked if ABC News has used my stuff. I guess whenever I get power, I'll go searching for it. But yeah, you can probably see right behind me, we got power back. It's about 1 o'clock right now. It's 1:15, we're on 20 around there. We just got power back. All the lights just shot on and radio started going off. So I've closed all windows and I'm trying to get my area back in order. But I still don't have any TV, cable, or internet, which is bad because I still have to use a day off from work because there's no internet, and since I work from home, I need the internet. But at least I have power and AC now, and as you can see, I'm all sweaty. I'm gonna go take a nice shower right now and start putting dirty clothes and the sheets and all that stuff to wash from my end before the rest of the family get home from work or wherever they went. But this is good. I guess you'll see this the day that it gets uploaded, and that's probably the day that I get internet back. So until the next video, which I guess I can film tomorrow if I don't have internet. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sorry if these 3 Hurricane Irma videos were boring, but it is what it is. Alright, bye guys.